Hey guys, Mike here, race director for the Breaks 40 miler. I'm down here in the Breaks today, getting a look at the river. It's kind of been a rainy day, but it hasn't been raining too hard, so I'm about to head off on a run before we do some meetings tonight over at Breaks Interstate Park. And so I thought I've got about 4 or 5 hours to kill, so I'm going to go for a run. And I'm going to start out right here at Rat Hole is where I am right now. So I came down here right now just to check out what the crossing looks like since it's kind of been raining all day. And then I'm gonna go put my running clothes on and try to cross. I've done this once before when the water was really low. It's probably sort of right now. I've been down here when it's really high and I said, hell no, I'm not gonna cross it. But this is where we are. Right here behind me is where we're gonna cross. So you're gonna come down this way and cross that way on your way out in the morning. Run up on the mountain behind me, do your thing for 30 some miles, and then come back and cross it here. As you can see, it's pretty steady right here as far as the current goes, as opposed to further downstream. It gets pretty crazy down there. However, I'm not sure how deep it is today, so I'm going to try and check that out and just see if I can cross it today. It's pretty calm right here, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to go put my running clothes on and head out for my run. I'll check in with you once I get to the other side and let you know what it's like. Okay, I wanted to take a minute before I took off on my run just to give you a better look about what everything looks like. So you can kind of see the trail behind me. The road that you come down comes down this side of the road. This is Kentucky. It's Virginia. The state line is along the well, no, technically that's Kentucky. Sorry, Virginia's over there. But this is the Russel Fork River. It gets pretty wild down there, the currents do, and you can see the cliff lines behind me. It's pretty awesome. We're down deep in the gorge right now. The other side of the river behind me, and that is Pine Mountain way back there, and the Pine Mountain Trail, you'll be up on it during the race. So that's a little bit of what this place looks like. This is Rat Hole, where the aid station will be. The aid station will be further up the road a little bit. And then right here is where all of the safety personnel will be, because this is where you're crossing the river, hopefully. Now, remember, if you look at the event plan, the website, our contingency plan for the race is if the water's too high, too dangerous, you're gonna have to run around this area on the road, which is gonna add quite a bit of pavement. So let's hope for good weather and low water. Either way, there'll be somebody with a raft here to get us across in most scenarios. Hopefully we can cross it on foot on race day, but that's what the gorge looks like down here. Bye. Okay, well, I crossed the river right here. My last video, I was standing on that rock that's right over my right shoulder right now. So yeah, it wasn't that bad to cross, but I'm so out of breath because I had to swim. So it's a little bit too deep today to touch bottom. I got about 10 feet out into the water and just lost. The bottom's a whole lot of rocks, and so every now and then your foot might catch a rock and you can stand for a second, but I basically had to swim across that thing. It's probably at least 6 feet deep. Yeah, and I'm not a swimmer, so I'm out of breath. Anyway, so Breaks 40 miler, that's what you got. Hopefully it's lower. Again, it's been raining, but hopefully it's lower on race day. Either way, we are at minimum, we'll have safety crews out here, and at minimum we're gonna have a rope tied across that y'all can hang on to, probably some life jackets, and we'll definitely have somebody, we have a raft guide in the water, just making sure nobody floats off. And then if it gets really high, we'll actually be ferrying people across. And then if it's dangerously high, we'll have to run the road and not cross the river at all. But yeah, so I'm drenched. Haven't even started my run yet because I just swam 50 feet across the damn river. So anyway, here's what it looks like. So you're gonna cross, and then you're gonna go to the right here, and this is the little trail that's really grown up, but it's gonna head off that way and then on up the hill onto the mountain behind me, which you can't really see. But I've about caught my breath, so now it's time to go again. Guys, it's Mike, more from the Breaks 40 miler. I'm up on Pine Mountain today. There's a car an old car. I don't know how long ago or how that got up here, but one of the many little treasures you'll see up on Pine Mountain at the breaks. So just wanted to check in. I swam across the river a little bit ago. I'm about 2,000 feet up the mountain from there so far. A long way to go still, but it's a rainy, muddy day. Pretty gross, but I like it because it's not cold. It's actually insanely humid up here. But this little climb is your first big climb of the day at the Breaks 40 miler. Very rocky. I'll let you get a look at the kind of terrain we're dealing with. Got big old things like that, just sort of all over the place. See, look at that. There's what it looks like down the trail. It's a very rocky incline. You don't come down this, thank goodness, but you do go up it really early in the day. And as wet and slick as it is today, pretty cool little boulder I gotta climb over here. But yeah, it's a tough climb, as wet as it is, because it's hard to get good footing. I'm wearing my Zero Prios today. They're actually really, really good on slick rocks. They grip it a lot better than my other Zeros, which are the Terraflex. Those have a really aggressive tread on them, which is great for mud, but I knew today I was gonna be dealing with a lot of this slippery rock, and they're not good. These Prios just grab onto slick rocks. So that was really helpful when I was crossing the river. It's real helpful on stuff like this. So my other shoes would just slide right off that and go down the mountain. So yeah, got my orange mud adventure pack on, sword bottle filled with ginger citrus sword, and my big turtle buff. So that's what I got going on today. Check in later. Bye. Hey guys, Mike again, out here on the Pine Mountain Trail for the Breaks 40 miler, the Breaks 40 miler course. I'm running it today, killing some time between meetings. Ooh! Yeah, my camera lens is fine. It's just really that foggy. I am at, hang on, let me see where my watch has me. I'm 3.6 miles in. Oh, shoot. Hang on. 3.6 miles in, 2,798 feet. So basically 2,800 feet, an hour and 12 minutes. That's one hell of a 5K, 2,800 feet. I'm not even to the top. So I've already swum. I have swum across the river. I've climbed 2,800 feet in the past 3.5 miles, and I'm still going up this garbage. So I'll let you go up with me. I just want to let you see kind of what you're dealing with. This is still really early in the race, so this is probably mile 7-ish, early in the morning still for most of us. You've only gone through one aid station. The other aid station, Bubbly Guts, is at the top. That's where I'm going today, so I'll probably check in there again. I'm gonna go there, turn around, then come back down the gas line, let you guys see what that's all about. That also is very rocky, but it's not in the woods like we are here. It's just pretty right here. Up here behind me, the video doesn't really do it justice, but I've got a great view of the green forest down below me. The mountain. Oops. Okay. The mountain behind me here rises up really high. I'm down beneath just a whole lot of really old trees. Really pretty here. I got to continue going. This is the Pine Mountain Trail that I've been coming up. You can see it's been used by ATVs quite a lot. They're not allowed here anymore, but that's basically what you're looking at here. Double track, pretty wide. Couple people could hike up here side by side. It's not single track till we get up to the top, which is up there. Then I'm just killing time right now, wasting time talking to you. I should be going, so bye. Hey everybody, it's Mike back here on the Breaks 40 miler course. I'm up here on top of the mountain. Finally, I'm at the Bubbly Guts aid station, also known as the Goldfish Pond, which you can see behind me, which is very brown and nasty today because it's just kind of been drizzling all day, which is fine. It's kind of annoying. I almost wish it would just pour or stop. because I keep having to wrap my phone up and then unwrap it, and I'm not quite sure if it's raining or just water falling off the tree. But anyway, this is your second aid station. You can see behind me, this is kind of where it'll be set up in this little clearing. The trail is actually down there. It runs, I just came from that way, and the course continues on up that way. We'll probably set the aid station up back up in here somewhere. There's a really cool little cave up there that I just got done checking out. So this is a really nice area. I'm probably gonna head down the mountain now. So where I am, let me start my watch again and I will tell you where I am. I've been going for about an hour and 17 minutes, and I am, hang on, 4.6 miles, 3,082 feet. So it's a heck of a climb to get up here, but now it's just a whole lot of running along the top of the mountain. So you got a lot of like little short things. So those of you who ran the Big Turtle, you kind of know what that's all about once you get to the top and you have a whole bunch of tiny little ups and downs. But this is nothing like that, at least in terms of the scenery, because we're up on top of Pine Mountain and it's just gorgeous. Once we get further down that way, toward the turnaround point at the Birch Knob Observation Tower, man, it's pretty. It's really pretty out here. So it's a rainy, gray day today, but having a lot of fun. I think I'm going to turn around now and head back down the mountain so I don't miss my evening appointments today. So I can, I have a tendency to maybe stay out here too long and then be late to stuff. So I better head down the mountain now. We'll check back in with you when I get a couple miles back that way toward Elkhorn City and I start going down the gas lines. I think you guys will like to see what that's all about. I definitely overpacked today. I'm only 4.6 miles in. I might end up doing 8 miles total. I've got a full bottle of Sword. My bladder's full. I've got a bunch of gear in this pack back here. My orange mud pack. So definitely carried too much weight up this mountain today. Okay, so after, if you're running the Breaks 40 miler on September 8th, after you make it all the way out to the Not Even Close aid station at the Birch Knob Observation Tower on Pine Mountain, you turn around, you come back along the Pine Mountain Trail, and then we leave the Pine Mountain Trail and we start hitting these basically what I call the gas roads, which is what they do a lot of gas mining up on this side of the mountain, the Kentucky side of the mountain, and you've got a lot of these types of roads. So I'm going the direction of the race right now. So this one in particular, you're gonna walk up. Hopefully, I don't know any of you who are gonna run up this, but some of you freaks might. But yeah, you'll be coming up this. You can see what we've got here below me. There's a little pipe, but it's just really rocky, big rocks. So once we get up over the edge here, you can see what we're coming up to. I'm about to the top. So once we get over that, we go down more of this stuff. So it's a couple miles of this kind of stuff. So just a warning about what you're getting into. When you're going up, this stuff is not that bad. It's more annoying than anything because you really can't get good footing. When you start going down though, it's flat out dangerous. So be very careful here and watch your step. Don't rush. That's kind of the theme, I think, for the entire Breaks 40 miler is don't rush. You have what I think is a ton of time to get this done, 16 hours. And if you rush, trying to cross the river, trying to get up the hill from the river, trying to go down this kind of stuff, you're likely to fall and hurt yourself. And then your race will be over very soon. So take your time on the Breaks 40 miler. Enjoy the scenery. There's plenty of opportunity to open it up and run. As you can see, this is kind of leveled out for a brief moment. It's really pretty up here. Look at that behind me. I'm gonna let you guys follow me for another minute or so as I get around here. Hang on. So this kind of loops around here, and right now I've lost all the rocks and it's kind of just a soft dirt, soft now. If we get some dry weeks leading up to the race in September, this will be pretty packed down and hard and maybe even dusty. But right now it's muddy, which has kind of sucked in my shoes. So I'm wearing the Zero Prios today. And I wore them because of, like I said earlier, the grip that they have on the rocks. But they are not awesome. They're okay. They're better than road shoes, like most road shoes when it comes to the mud. But some of those spots back there near the goldfish pond really sucked. There's all kinds of little animals around here too. So if you can handle some jolting, I'm gonna run up here so you can see what we've got coming up ahead of us. So I'm starting to get some of the rocks again, and we're gonna head downhill. So I'm gonna start walking backwards now so you can see. That's the way we're coming, okay? And this is what you've got as you're running toward me. We're gonna head out, you're gonna make a right, my left here. And this is what we've got. It's a beautiful view down here. But again, video doesn't do this justice. I'm gonna try not to slide down here. But this is just an insane downhill right here. So you can see what we've got. An amazing view up ahead. Very tough terrain. You can see it's pretty rutted out right here. This is actually from runoff more so than it is from ATVs or anything, but some local folks do own property up here, as well as Breaks Interstate Park does, as well as the oil and gas company. They do drive vehicles up here. So there's some rutting. Most of this is just from water. So you can see I got two big ruts right here and a lot of rocks down there. But I'm gonna enjoy the view. I just wanted to let you guys see this and check back when I probably get down to the bottom. So, bye. Okay, y'all, thought I'd check in from the Breaks 40 miler course. Clean off my lens there. I just wanted to take a note while I'm hiking up this hill. I am, where I am now on the course is pretty late in the race. Mile, like high 30s somewhere. Right before you, I'm on the Pine Mountain Trail, so this is right before you take a left onto the unnamed trail that goes down Potter Flats back to the river. And I'm trying to book it because my watch keeps telling me that the battery is low, so I'm trying to get across the river so I can record my entire activity. Just wanted to note, thought you guys might be interested. I was just thinking what an interesting place this is, because if you watch the last couple videos when we were on top of the mountain, the terrain was really muddy, smooth, everything was more brown, there was more sky obviously, and rockier. And then running just a couple miles and down about 1,500 feet, we're back into this green, almost rainforest feeling today. The ground is very wet. That's what I'm running in. And yeah, I just thought it was interesting to note how different the environment feels from one place to another on this race. So I guess that's all I have to say. I'm gonna head down the hill here in a second when I get to the side trail and swim across the river. So I'll check back in when I'm done and have swam across the river again. Bye. I found a turtle. There's a turtle in the trail, check it out. All right, made it back to the river. This little beachy area is where we cross. So I'm done with my run. I'm gonna try and swim across. I'm aiming for that rock right there. That rock right there. There's a little trail right there, so I'm probably gonna swim toward that way so it takes me down a little downstream a little bit. So hope you guys enjoyed. I probably won't check in once I get across the river because I'll be too out of breath, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the course today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on within the Breaks Interstate Park itself and doing some videos over there. So look for that tomorrow. All right, thanks for following along. See you guys later. Bye.